Guys, going straight here back into the video. Today's video is what if Bowie was in the Total Drama World Tour. So I decided to do like the reboot cast, and then I'm doing my way of Season 3 as well. So I'll be doing all of these videos first, and then I'll be doing how I think Season 3 would have gone. So let's begin. So let's go to the poll. So for Bowie, 54% of you guys said on Team Chris, so let's get back to the theory. So Bowie gets put Team Chris, and let's see how this unfolds. So at episode 1, Bowie would probably arrive at similar time to around Alejandro. So what would happen is Duncan would still quit. So episode 2, this was equal to the 6. So Bowie would also agree with Alejandro, and would also could think of a similar idea, because Bowie's also very athletic but also really smart. And I think he'd be a lot more strategic as well. So I feel like Bowie would kind of be with Owen and Noah. So I think he would kind of be with their group. But Sierra and Izzy swap teams. And I feel like at this point, Bowie would know they're being outnumbered, as Noah, Owen and Izzy are very close, and I think Bowie would see that. So he'd work with Alejandro and Tyler at this point. But Zeke still loses the stick. Episode 3, this is the Japan episode. So the monster idea, Alejandro would still come up with that idea, and I think Bowie would as well. I think Bowie would also come up with this idea too, and Cody and Sierra would still live in what they did originally. And I think Bowie would just be on board with Alejandro would convince Howard to quit. I think Bowie would have no reason to stop that, because he would also realise Alejandro is very knowledgeable what's happened before, and I think Bowie wouldn't have a reason to stop that. Episode 4 is the Yukon, so Alejandro would still get Bridget stuck to a pole. Tyler would still pull, because I think Bowie would probably arrive after him. So Bridget still gets eliminated. Episode 5, Broadway Baby, so the meat grinder. So Heather does the car swap and Team Chris, they lose, but this is a non-elimination. Episode 6, Aftermath. Episode 7 is Slap Slap Revolution. So Shauna would still jump off the platform and seize the day, and I think Bowie would just take Noah's place in the fighting part. But there's no reason for anything else not to go the same. Episode 8, the Amazon race. So Tiana's go left to right, Lindsay goes left, Alex and Chris follow. They lose. Everyone lost to Heather. But this episode is a non-elimination. Episode 9, Can't Help Falling in Love You. So DJ would still off the entire episode. Bowie would also be helping win challenges and Alejandro and Tyler, because Bowie would know at this point, even though he wants to get rid of Alejandro, he would know at this point it'd be better to work with him for a little while at this point. So Lindsay still uses the tiebreaker. Episode 10, Leave Kids on the Block. I think Bowie would also try to convince DJ in an alliance, and Heather would be more so trying to get her because of Bowie, but it's a non-elimination. Episode 11, Jamaica, so Izzy sort of just playing Mark's crashing, so that's important. And then Alejandro still sabotages DJ, so bye-bye Team Victory. It's 12, Aftermath. So the first part of the season wouldn't really change, because I don't think Bowie would necessarily change that part of the season. So Noah and Owen find Jack the Ripper, so Duncan would be second prize. So it's just an extra contestant, so Duncan still gets put on Team Chris. But Bowie has a decision to make. Would he rather get rid of Noah, or would he rather get rid of Alejandro? I feel like he goes for Alejandro, because similar to Caleb in the reboot season, he would know that Alejandro's a very physical threat. So he'd go to Noah and Owen and says, let's vote for Alejandro. And then I think he can probably Tyler's with Alejandro. And I feel like Bowie could convince Duncan, because Duncan originally did vote for Noah. And he makes a deal with Duncan saying, next time we go to elimination, we'll get rid of Noah together. And Alejandro, I think, goes. I think if Bowie was here, I don't think Alejandro survives this elimination. The kiss still happens. Tyler witnesses. Okay. So, Duncan and Gwen. Gwen still wins that challenge. Bowie would probably overhear the song at this point. Noah is trying to get Tyler and Trixon to reveal the kiss, and Bowie and Noah, the pressure of them, I think Bowie would get Owen to fight. And then I think in the hurdles, Bowie and Heather, Cody, Sierra, and Courtney fighting. So I think Bowie would probably win because I think he would be more athletic in this type of thing than Heather would be. So between Cody and Noah, we already know that Cody's really good at this challenge originally. And I don't think anyone can top Noah. So I'm going to say that they go vote for Duncan, but this is still a non-elimination to save him. Episode 15, The X-Files, so Tyler Owen still at chapter 51. Noah is off trying to look for Owen. Tyler gets attacked with the alien box with Bowie, and Duncan makes a deal with Bowie to save himself. And this releases Owen. Courtney still tries to solve the challenge, but she's still... And then Duncan and Tyler would carry Owen, and Noah smiles from behind the group of guys as a minefield. So Team Chris would win. And Heather and Gwen would vote for Courtney. Courtney and Sierra vote for Gwen, and Cody wouldn't be spinning, so he votes for Courtney. So Courtney's already out. Episode 16. This is Pitney Hanging Dork. So Owen takes round as Emu. And I think that's enough for a substantial head start for me to believe they'd win the challenge. And without Courtney trying to throw, I think it's a good chance Team Chris challenge on would win the challenge. So Duncan wouldn't like Tyler, but I think this is where Bowie and Duncan make that deal. But he's still got his deal with Noah. So I feel like he would get Tyler and Duncan though over Owen, because he cost them the challenge. So these three vote for Owen, and these two vote for Duncan, and these other two probably vote for Bowie, and I think Owen's out here. Episode 16, this is 17 is an elimination. I think Bowie at this point has Noah. Him and Noah would make a deal. He says, "Look, I got rid of Owen. I'm sorry, but we still have that deal." I think Noah would probably work with Tyler at this point, but this is a non-elimination. Blaney would still join. Merge day. This is the merge cast. So Bowie made it to merge. So Blaney. So pairs then. Sierra and Cody. Tyler and Gwen. Heather and Duncan. And Bowie and Noah. Blaney's a new contestant, so she doesn't need to compete. So what I think would happen is Bowie would win the challenge because unlike Alejandro, he wouldn't throw. And Blaney can't get voted off. So I think Blaney wouldn't have a fan favourite. So Bowie and Noah win immunity. And these two vote for Duncan. And the people they convince... Cody wants to get rid of Sierra, and Bowie sees that. So he convinces Cody to get rid of Sierra. And Duncan and Gwen would vote for Heather. Heather votes Sierra. And Tyler just votes Sierra. Episode 20, Chinese Fake Out. So everyone qualifies for the eating portion. Cody won't eat the donkey. Tyler's my question is eating it challenge, so he wouldn't be good at this. Heather was alright in the original. Gwen drank out the toilet. Bowie's pretty bad in his season in the vomit comments, so we know he's really bad at eating challenges. Blaine's got out for cheating. Noah will be out here. So I think Gwen drank out of the toilet season 1, so Gwen would win immunity. So I feel like Gwen would win. So Bowie would get Noah. And he is Blaney. So I feel like these four. Cody votes for Duncan. I think Bowie would also vote for Duncan. Noah would vote for Duncan. Tyler votes for Duncan. And I feel like what would happen is these four would get Heather and Cody to vote for Blaney. But then Bowie, Noah, and Tyler would be together. They'd be like a trio. And they would decide to vote for someone else instead of Blaney. And I think they would actually vote for Duncan. So Duncan and Blaney are sent home. Episode 21 is African Lion Safari. So this is capturing Ezekiel then. So would Bowie be as evil as Alejandro would be? As where he would trip up Tyler. I don't think Bowie would do what Alejandro did. Now you can just read me this comments, but I don't necessarily think he would trip him up. So I think Noah would actually win immunity. So Gwen and Cody vote for Heather. Noah, Bowie and Tyler would get Heather. And I feel like what would happen is Bowie and Heather would work together to vote for Gwen because she won last season. She won season. She was a runner-up in season 1. But Heather also made it to final 3, so I think these 3 vote for Heather, and the other 2 would just go along with the vote. So I'm going to say that Bowie would convince Heather. I think Heather's desperate enough that she would accept to vote for Gwen. Episode 22 is African Lion Safari. So at this point, Noah and Tyler, definitely Noah's working on try work with Cody, and the race is the top. I don't think Tyler's going to win it. Heather wins originally, so I think without Alejandro being there, I think now Heather wins immunity. I don't think Bowie could match Heather. So I think Bowie and Heather. So Cody and Noah vote for Bowie. Tyler's probably too loyal to Bowie at this point. And I think Heather goes along with the vote. But would she rather get rid of Bowie or Tyler? So I think she gets votes for Tyler. And then these Tyler's like, but Bowie's friends with me, guys. And I think Cody and Noah would make a compromise. Tyler and just vote for Heather. So I think everyone just vote. Heather has immunity. So these 2 vote for Bowie. Heather votes for Bowie. So I think Bowie is eliminated here. Because everyone votes for Bowie and Raf Fui. So if Bowie was in World Tour, he would have came in 5th place. Episode 23, this is where we have African Lion Safari. So Noah would win the first part of the challenge, and then Heather's just trapped in the hole. So Tyler has super strong fingers, so he'd win immunity. And then Noah and Cody and Tyler would just vote for Heather. 24, non-elimination, but I think Bowie plays for Tyler, Cody plays for Gwen, and Noah plays for Owen. 25, this is the race to Hawaii. So I think Cody wouldn't give up, but I think he wouldn't probably get to the end. Noah uses his smarter Tyler can't unlock his way to the end. So 3rd place is Cody. So Tyler and Noah are the winners of the season. So I think Tyler would probably pick Bowie and Lindsay because he seems to like Bowie. And then I think Noah would probably pick Owen and Izzy. So the rest of the top, they each get winning endings, depending on how the cage falls on them. It's close, but I'm not quite sure why I'd have win because Noah and Tyler are 2 of my favourite characters. So that's what I think would happen for this video. I think I was watching this to make sure I think season would have gone if Bowie was in World Tour. So I did like this one. I thought this was a pretty cool one. I like Bowie as a character. And I will be doing the next one as well. And yeah, peace out.